Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Jonathan, and today I'm bringing you a video talking about like a haircut nightmare that I had while I was at tech school. So at some point in this video, I'm gonna throw what I look like on screen, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I mean, this video is not like super intense, like, oh, this is the GI Bill, this is how you get paid in the military, this is that. This is just like something that you want to be cautious about as you come out of BMT and you're allowed to grow your hair back. Because like one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with while being in the Air Force and moving from base to base and from town to town or whatever is trying to find a good barber. Now, I feel like, and you can take this however you want, right? But I feel like it's easier for females to go and find a stylist or a salon that's gonna like do their hair really well, like just based off of Google reviews and stuff like that. And it really depends on what city you're in, because like, I mean, if you're in California or something, or like Travis Air Force Base is kind of, it's in like Fairfield or something like that, which is kind of close to San Francisco, and obviously San Francisco is awesome. So like, if you really wanted a good haircut, you could literally drive like, it's like an hour away or something like that, and you could literally just go and get a good haircut. But I am in O'Fallon, Illinois, and it's kind of a small town. It's a bunch of small towns put together, and like, there's not a lot of good barbers around here at all. Now, my wife found like a really good stylist, and I know other people who have too, which plays into the female thing. But like, even when I was at Keesler, like, it was really, really hard to find a good barber. And a lot of you are probably thinking like, wait, don't they have like barber shops and hair salons on base? And they do. They have them at the BX, but it's like, it's I don't know how to explain it and like give an analogy for it, but like, some people are cool with getting a haircut on base. It's cheap, but it's on base, and that's the only way that I can explain it. It's on base. Like, they do quick haircuts. Like, they're like, okay, what do you want? Like, just some haircut, and then you get it, like a buzz cut or whatever. Like, they're not like they don't have like the tools to give like a nice clean like fade, or like a high fade or a low fade, or like a mid fade, or like you want this or that, or like, it's just, it gets super crazy. So when I was going off base, like, I used to go to this barbershop called Floyd's 99 in Colorado, and they did good for years, and I got to Lackland, and I was like, no, my hair, and you know, they shave it off or whatever, and I also look really stupid when I'm bald. I have a video where I'm barely have hair back, and it was like right when I got to tech school, so you can go watch that. Maybe I'll put like a little thing up here, but when that happened, like, I didn't know what to do, because everybody's like, oh, I'm going to the BX, I got a BX haircut, and their hair started barely growing back, but it still looks stupid on top, because like, they just had a little fade and like barely any hair on top, right? Like, it looked really stupid, and it just didn't really work out. And like, when my hair got longer and I needed a haircut, like, I ended up going to the BX because I didn't know where else to go, and I just kind of kept going to the BX and the BX, and like, they were not giving me good haircuts. Like, I really wanted basically what I have right now. Well, basically what I had in Colorado, which is, this is like the same type of thing, and I wanted something like this, and like, they would just butcher it every single time, butcher it. This would be uneven, or this would be too long, or they didn't know how to style it right, or they would try to give me a part and it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't be a skin fade, or whatever, right? Also, time out, this video is predominantly for men. I guess the same thing applies depending on what kind of haircut you have as a woman, because I've seen women with short hair as well, but obviously I'm not over here, you know, getting ombres and stuff like that. So there came a point in tech school where I was like, okay, I'm sick of having bad haircuts. Like, what do I do here? And my friends who are super like stylish, I guess you could say, like, they went to this one barbershop off base at the mall at Keesler. I think it's like the Edgewater Mall or something like that. And they got really clean fades, and they just had really nice haircuts. And I was like, bet, I want to go there. So when my hair grew out again, and this was right before my wife came to come visit me at Keesler, Mississippi, right? And like, I wanted to look nice, you know, do my eyebrows and all sorts of stuff, right? And we go to the mall, and I'm like excited, I'm gonna get a good haircut, and we go in there, and like, all four of us are getting a haircut at the same time. And, or I guess, okay, so one person went, and then the rest of us three went, I think, right? And we're all getting, like, I tell him what I want, like, yeah, I want a mid fade, I like to do like a kind of natural comb over on top and like an edge, right? And he starts doing it, and he's doing it, and this barber shop like just assumed that I wanted a lineup. And I had never had a lineup in my life. And I get it now, kind of, but like, I had never been lined up in my life. I never did that. I just have like this natural kind of like contour, I guess you could kind of call it, whatever that shape is on the side of my head, right? So I never did it. And this guy, like, he gives me the best fade of my life. It was so good. The haircut was looking good. I was excited. And then he just goes in with a razor and zzz, and just buzzes it. He buzzed the lines in, which there's nothing wrong with getting a lineup, because now I get it and it looks decent. But beforehand, like, he butchered me. Like, I'm gonna put the images on screen, and like, oh, it's so embarrassing. Like, they're just so bad. I don't even know how to explain it. I think I might have a couple videos with it, but it is such a bad haircut. This dude, like, he lined up like across my forehead and like took off like 2 inches, man, like a whole thumb's worth of hair, and pushed my hairline back so far. And it was like kind of crooked, if I can remember without looking at the pictures. It was all bad. So forewarning, just make sure that you look around enough and be very, very specific about what kind of haircut you want, what you don't want. And you're probably like, wow, you're an idiot for letting that happen to you. Like, that's not even related to the military. That's just a life thing, which is accurate. Yes, you're right. But I didn't know he was going to line me up. I didn't know that. I thought he was just going to just give me a haircut and call it a wrap after that, because it looked good. And I still ended up tipping him good, because when I was in the chair getting it, you know, me and my friend kept making eye contact, and we're like, yeah, bro, like, it looks clean, looks good. And these dudes are so fake, man. Like, I get out of the shop and I'm like, bro, I looked in the mirror and I was like, bro, what is this? Like, this is not what I wanted. Like, why do I look like this right now? And they were like, bro, it looks fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And then I went to the bathroom, and that's when I took those pictures, or at least one of them, and oh man, it was bad. So honestly, it took so long for that to grow back. And I know this isn't like super military related, but I looked stupid at tech school for like a good minute. And I saw my wife and I looked dumb, and she made fun of me, and it was great. So anyways, same thing when I came here. Like, I found a barber and they weren't good. And then I grew my hair out really long because I didn't want to get a haircut because I didn't have a barber. And so then somebody mentioned it, like a supervisor, and they're like, yo, your hair's getting kind of long. Like, you should probably get a haircut like today. And I was like, dang. So I went to the BX and I took the L and I got a BX cut, and it was terrible. And then I went to get it fixed by another barber, and they fixed it, but it was just a super cheap cut, right? Like, you ask for a skin fade and they're buzzing it to like a 1, and you're like, what is this? Like, I can still see hair. What is this, right? So then I finally found a good barber. So obviously I don't want to make this like super duper long, but make sure that you do the research before you get a barber, because your friends in the military, depending on who they are, will probably make fun of you if you have a stupid haircut. They'll call you out on it and stuff. And also, like, you can't go to work looking like an idiot. Like, you have to keep that kind of like professional appearance and kind of just look sharp, I guess, right? So obviously, if you look like an idiot, you know, it's not gonna go that good. So anyways, thank you again for watching. Thank you again. I haven't even said it yet. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button. Leave your comments and questions and all sorts of stuff down below. And don't forget to leave your ship dates too, so you can all connect. It's a really good way to meet people. I met a lot of friends through that. So this is just another story video. I know I've been doing this a little bit lately. I enjoy making these types of videos because it's like reminiscing on what I went through, and it's also giving you guys my experience, which personally I find a lot more interesting than sitting here and like, these are the rules of the Air Force, blah, 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 blah. So again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of these types of videos down below, because I have a lot of kind of small stories from tech school and VMT that I really want to tell you guys. And yeah, so anyways, peace out.